Jesus. You need to have a look at this. No. So this job is a very quick investigation into to see if there's any water ingress. It's a dealer purchase, and they're essentially looking to see if there's any issues before they make an offer. And the main issue, really, what we're looking for, is to make sure there's no water ingress. We've been told that the boiler has got an issue. Quite simple, really. Very quickly whiz round. There's the solar controller. Surprisingly, someone's got the prongs in there. I don't know if you can see that. That always makes me triple check when someone's done that. Yeah. I've just literally tested it. Shame they stuck the prongs in such an obvious place. Someone's put prongs down there. Anyway, that wall's dry, or at least the top end of it. The roof's dry. Again, someone's literally just pronged it dead centre there. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I just don't see the need for that. You always have to be careful near these, make sure these are not leaking. Bicycle racks. Oh, here we go. What did we get there? Right, so that could be metal, that. We need to have another look at that and come back to that. It's slightly subverted because it's around where your rack could be. I'll come back to that wardrobe in a second. I've already checked the roof. Again, someone just put the prongs in there and gone. Why do they do that? Okay, so now up there I've got a reading, so that definitely needs a closer look at. I'm not happy about that one. No, so whatever that was, it was metal. Probably a solar panel or... yeah. And I did get a reading here as well, so I needed to check that one. Yeah, it's dry. Jesus, that is dangerous. That's really dangerous. Something bad has gone on there, which could have caused a fire. That needs further investigation, definitely.
So in here, as you can see, this board has melted. Here, these are the heating ducts. Now they weren't pushed into the two vents. These two vents here. When that came off, I didn't have to pull those out of there, so those were away from that. And also, if you look through there, your vent that goes into the bathroom, I've not touched that. That's where it was. So if you can imagine, you've got your heating on full. This is blowing hot air through here. And I think that is the cause of this. It's the hot air from this that has melted it. Right, this is the inside cover. Now, there's no soot marks. There's nothing suggesting it's got hot from the inside and melted this. And this is the mains above. There's nothing that can suggest any of these have got hot in here, and that's what's made it overheat. This pipe, that should be in there, and looking at it, that looks like something's been done with the wiring, and that's what's caused it. Because as you can see, that cannot go in there. So that's, I'm going to have to look at this wiring, and this is going to have to be rerouted. If you look, it's just got black insulation tape on there. So if you look at the wiring there, that's how much wiring I've ended up getting out of there, which isn't good. As you can see, the earth bond, why that needs to be so long, so I'm going to cut that down. That does not need to be that long for the earth bonding. I'm going to lose some of this wire as well. This is a 240 volt cable that's running up, and there's just way too much on it, so that's going to be trimmed back. And then we'll get this zip tied, get the loom tied in properly, and then once that's placed back in there, we're not going to get a problem with this pipe. As you can see now, we've got the pipe fitted in properly. Like I say, we've got another one that's going to go back in. Another unit which is the same, out of another Eldis, and that's going to go back in. So you can see the difference on the front there, and that's what it should be looking like. That's fitted back in place, and as you can see now, there's absolutely no strain on this whatsoever. I've got these in the correct position on this side, ready for the vents to go on. So when I push that back on, I'll make sure these are fitted on properly and they're not going to come loose. And as you can see, there's so much room, I can even get my hand in here. Before I started this was just an absolute mass of just wire, just awful. So yeah, we'll get all this put back together and then we can do the tests on it.